For decades, we have been told that this shimmering golden liquid is the secret to a healthy heart. But the truth is much more dangerous. What you call cooking oil actually began its life as an industrial lubricant, never intended for human consumption or the delicate biology of our bodies. The marketing machines of the 60s sold us a lie, while inside our veins, these processed fats were quietly triggering a massive wave of systemic inflammation. It is time to wake up and look at the evidence. You must stop using these oils immediately if you want to protect your long-term health. This is not food. This is a highly engineered industrial product designed to cause chronic inflammation and slowly destroy your internal organs from the inside out. While they promised protection, they were actually delivering a slow-motion catastrophe for your cardiovascular system, trapping your heart in a cycle of constant oxidative stress. Every single drop is packed with unstable polyunsaturated fats that react violently with oxygen, creating a chemical storm inside your most vital biological pathways. The term vegetable oil is the greatest marketing trick ever played. There are no vegetables in these bottles, only highly processed seeds and toxic chemicals. We are surrounded by this slow-acting poison, hidden in almost every processed food, every restaurant meal, and every kitchen cabinet across the entire modern world. Your cell membranes are literally being rebuilt using these unstable fats, making your entire body fragile and prone to various types of chronic degenerative diseases. Today, we strip away the corporate lies and uncover the dark history of how industrial waste became the primary fat source in the human diet. In the late 1800s, cotton seeds were a burdensome waste product of the textile industry, often dumped into rivers or left to rot in piles. Engineers discovered that the oil pressed from these seeds was excellent for lubricating heavy machinery and making candles, but it was never considered to be food. Everything changed when Procter & Gamble realized they could chemically alter this waste oil to look and feel like lard, creating a massive new market. Through the process of hydrogenation, they transformed liquid waste into a solid white fat called Crisco, marketed as a cleaner and cheaper alternative to animal fats. As the consumption of traditional fats like butter and lard plummeted, the intake of processed seed oils skyrocketed, changing human nutrition forever in an instant. Aggressive advertising campaigns convinced an entire generation that these new, heart-healthy oils were superior to the natural fats humans had eaten for thousands of years. But as these oils entered our diet, heart disease rates did not go down. Instead, they began to rise at an alarming and unprecedented historical rate. The industry had successfully turned a toxic waste byproduct into a multi-billion-dollar profit machine, regardless of the devastating cost to global public health. Following the money reveals a trail of corporate greed, where profits were prioritized over the biological reality of what the human body actually needs to survive. The science was ignored, the tradition was discarded, and the era of the industrial vegetable oil had officially begun, setting the stage for a health crisis. From these massive cold factories came the liquid that would eventually dominate every meal on the planet, hidden in plain sight under a false, healthy name. The journey from seed to bottle is a violent one. These seeds are subjected to extreme pressures and temperatures that destroy any potential nutritional value. This intense heat causes the delicate polyunsaturated fats to oxidize instantly, turning them into a rancid, toxic mixture before they even leave the factory floor. To extract every last drop of oil, factories use hexane, a chemical solvent derived from petroleum that is known to be a potent neurotoxin for humans. This is not a kitchen, it is a chemical refinery. The process is more similar to making gasoline than it is to making real, wholesome food. After extraction, the resulting oil is dark, smelly, and completely unpalatable. It looks more like waste fluid from a car than something you would eat. To make it sellable, the oil must be bleached. Harsh chemicals are added to strip away the natural dark color caused by the violent extraction process. Next comes deodorization. The oil is heated to incredibly high temperatures to remove the foul, rancid smell that would otherwise make you gag if tasted. The final product is a clear, odorless, and tasteless liquid that looks pure, but it is actually a chemically dead solution full of dangerous free radicals. Because the oil is already oxidized, it enters your body ready to steal electrons from your healthy cells, triggering a cascade of biological damage immediately. Manufacturers add synthetic antioxidants just to keep the oil from smelling rotten on the shelf, further adding to the chemical load your liver must process. Millions of these bottles are shipped daily, each one a ticking time bomb of oxidative stress, waiting to be used in kitchens around the globe. We have been conditioned to see this clarity as a sign of quality, but in reality, it is the sign of a heavily processed chemical product. In the world of nutrition, refined does not mean better. It means stripped of life, filled with toxins, and engineered for a long shelf life. The primary danger lies in the massive imbalance of omega-6 fatty acids. Our ancestors ate a ratio of 1:1, but today it is 20:1. This flood of omega-6 causes your cell membranes to become inflamed and rigid, preventing nutrients from entering and stopping waste from leaving the cell. Consuming these oils is like pouring gasoline on a fire. They fuel systemic inflammation, which is the silent driver of nearly every modern chronic disease. When seed oils oxidize in your blood, they damage your LDL cholesterol, turning it into a sticky substance that clings to your arteries and forms plaque. It is not the cholesterol itself that causes heart disease, but the oxidation of that cholesterol caused by the unstable fats found in industrial seed oils. Your body's tissues literally become less resilient. They lose their ability to heal and become chronically scarred by the constant chemical bombardment of these fats. The oxidative stress goes deep into your DNA, causing mutations and damage that can lead to the uncontrolled cell growth we know as cancer. The brain is 60% fat. When you feed it industrial oils, you are literally building your brain with faulty materials, leading to cognitive decline. Seed oils jam your insulin receptors, causing insulin resistance and paving the way for type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome across the entire population. These fats stay in your body for years. Their half-life in your fat cells is over 2 years, meaning the damage lasts long after you eat. We are walking around with bodies built of industrial waste, wondering why we feel tired, inflamed, and sick, even when we think we're eating healthy. Science is finally beginning to confirm what our bodies have known for decades. Industrial oils are a fundamental biological mismatch for the human species. By damaging your mitochondria, these oils strip your cells of their energy-producing power, leaving you vulnerable to every form of modern metabolic dysfunction. How did this happen? It started with a man named Ancel Keys and a deeply flawed piece of research called the 7 Countries Study. Keys cherry-picked his data, ignoring countries that didn't fit his theory that animal fats caused heart disease, while ignoring the true industrial culprits. The fledgling seed oil industry saw an opportunity and began pouring millions of dollars into funding research that would demonize natural saturated fats. By the late 70s, heart associations began officially recommending vegetable oils, despite a lack of long-term human safety trials for these new industrial substances. The few studies that did show the dangers of seed oils were often buried, hidden in basements, and never published in major medical journals. We now know that linoleic acid, the main fat in seed oils, is the real driver of the obesity and diabetes epidemics we see today. The influence of food corporations on dietary guidelines has created a world where profit is valued more than the longevity of the average citizen. Modern research shows that seed oils break the very machinery of our cells, the mitochondria, leading to a total collapse of cellular energy production. They hide these oils under many names: soybean, canola, sunflower, and corn oil. They are all part of the same destructive family of industrial fats. For 50 years, the truth was suppressed to protect the interests of industrial agriculture and the processed food giants who profit from cheap ingredients. But the data is finally catching up. Independent researchers are sounding the alarm, revealing the devastating metabolic effects of these highly unstable oils. We lost our nutritional way when we abandoned the fats our ancestors ate for millions of years in favor of a laboratory-created chemical alternative. It is time to discard the outdated, corrupted advice of the past and return to a diet based on biological reality and ancestral wisdom. Once you see the truth about industrial seed oils, you can never go back to looking at your food the same way ever again. The path to healing begins in your kitchen. It is time to replace industrial chemicals with the real, nourishing fats your body was designed for. Mother Nature provides everything we need. Fats from fruit like avocados and olives are stable, healthy, and packed with life-sustaining nutrients for your cells. Choose cold-pressed oils that haven't been touched by chemicals or high heat. Extra virgin olive oil is a true superfood for your heart. Do not fear animal fats. Grass-fed butter is rich in vitamins and stable enough to cook with without turning into a toxic chemical soup. Tallow and lard from healthy animals are the traditional fats that built human civilizations, offering stability and deep nutrition that seed oils never could. Clean out your pantry. Get rid of anything labeled as vegetable, soybean, canola, or sunflower oil. Your future self will thank you for this choice. Throw industrial seed oils in the trash today. Stop being a victim of industrial marketing and start being a guardian of your own health. Real food tastes better, satisfies your hunger, and provides the stable building blocks your body needs to maintain a healthy and vibrant metabolism. When you remove the drivers of inflammation, your body has an incredible ability to heal itself, regaining energy and clarity you thought were gone. Protect your family by returning to real food. We have a responsibility to teach the next generation how to eat for survival, not profit. The industrial experiment has failed. It is time to go back to what we know works, back to the basics of human biology and health. Every meal is a choice. Every choice is a chance to heal. Choose the fats that give life, not the ones that take it away. The power is in your hands. Stop the inflammation, stop the lies, and reclaim your health today. Protect your family. Choose real food. If you find this health information helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. Your support is the motivation for us to keep sharing more valuable content every day. Wishing you and your family good health, full of energy, and a happy, positive life. See you in the next videos.